much of a legacy for what was that Fnatic roster in a lot of ways. You know, kind of the heart and soul, leader of the videos. And of course, we have our kickoff into DUST2. Maikelele starting on that CT side. It's a pretty stacked squad that they have to come into this competition, and I think Heaton will be pressed once again in terms of getting engaged. Second time they're going to start on the T side as well, so not even getting an offer up of momentum. But DUST2 has always been one of those maps that's kind of flip-flop between whether teams wanted to start on CT or T. Once upon a time, T was more favored, but we'll see that the CTs get off to a good start. Milky locking things down in mid.
My goodness, that's good to see. Maikelele also gets himself nice and involved. Alito and Grus, the only two remaining. And Alito, well, he's not remaining for much longer. Grus all alone. He's found himself in these one-on-X situations quite a few times in the first map over as well. Now he's making his way back over. Milky on the other side is just going to take this duel, one that he finally loses. And it's Grus to fall. Maikelele to shut things down.
I think another set of people we're going to be interested in. I know Milky is somebody that a couple of my friends are actually quite interested in because he's quite a strong AWPer, but I think one of these AWPers that I think has struggled in some of his rifle work in previous rosters. And Rowland's always quite impressive, but nice shot from Palm to open up this round. Miles thought he could just simply cross on over, but that M4 is dropped to nice and easy, and the B bomb site fully open.
Well, Maikelele is able to at least find one on the fade in, and smoke's going to be blooming. Heaton's squad has full control over it. Grus will be watching over anyone trying to make their way through lower tunnels, but it doesn't look like that is going to be planned. So quick focus back to the B bomb site. Alito, even thinking about getting aggressive behind this MAC-10. Flashes overhead will keep the CTs away and at bay. I don't think they've got themselves a kit to work with, so they have to be moving quick. Flash dodged out. Palm still blind by the second. It's Alito to come through with more, and Team Heaton will be looking to seal down their first round on the board. Chase is on. Maikelele's HP is gone, and he will fall. At the very least, they can't have these M4A1 salvaged. At least, no more than one.
Yeah, Palm should be able to get his hands on one, and actually dies to the bomb, I believe. Rowland doing enough damage and not getting enough distance. This was not a full commitment, not exactly the buy that you expect Maikelele to lose to, but the squad getting picked apart on the cross into B and the quick explosion, Heaton had all the fundamentals down.
Ooh! Alright, let's keep it going. Listen, Maikelele, you've got a team, but you ain't got no Virtus Pro. This is easy for Heaton squad. Ripping them apart.
Yeah, nicely done. Said that Palm was an AWPer and showing us some nice work in these fights down middle. Keep offering up headshots, he'll take them. He's doing it with not exactly the ideal scoped weapon, but make it work where you can. This force buy from Maikelele's squad has done nothing.
Come on, Devil Walk. Oh, no, not quite. While we were preparing for this tournament, I was trying to find the video because I just can't remember what it was called. The very famous video with Devil Walk leading Fnatic that you mentioned as well.
Pointing at the backs of the Fnatic members. Yep.
Yeah, it's the every gravedigger dies. Who's gonna bury my mind video? Yeah, the delayed artistic guppy Jiffy Cat video, iconic.
Yep. Oh god, yeah, I forgot that was the URL for that, but that is...
Yeah. Nah, there's only two Jiffy Cat URLs that I remember. One is that, and then the other one was Yippee Kind Langer.
What is that?
Brutal Savage Wrecked.
Another great moment in CS history.
That was Dota, but yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it's Red Eye. He's done a bunch of games, hasn't he?
Yeah, it is true. Mouse finds himself one kill at the very least, and Dennis as he trails in. Mouse! Okay. Not just the team from Germany.
Yeah, I think that would always be confusing. You know, if we have to inevitably have Shane and Mouse in the server, you know, talking about Shane might also cause some confusion. Mouse Academy player.
Indeed.
Not the Mouse himself. Back at the guns, our Maikelele squad. This all stemmed from a force buy win from Heaton that overturned the opening pistol. And some life in them. I think this is what we want to see. We want to see Heaton's squad, I think, develop or get a bit more chemistry, get a bit more playmaking opportunities as the day goes on, as we'll see a lot of them. DUST2's autonomy is nice. Molly missed, so Alito's forced out of position. Almost moved directly into the grenade that was being lined up by a CT as well.
Alito's been tagged down. Rollins found one in the meanwhile. Alito has faded out. Has to spot him on his jump spot, but now with Short being taken control of, Milky's the one they need to move past, and he has his op trained on Short. One-way smoke set up, second one to go out, but Heaton swung a little bit early. Milky still waiting as they're going to be lining up. He just keeps them going. One player's moved past. It's Gross who will get the bomb plant at the very least, but he's got little to no help whatsoever. Dennis is basically non-existent in this round. He has to let the bomb be defused. He can't get anything else. 4 HP, no chance whatsoever.
Yeah, only way that they could win this round is if they were going to hesitate trying to find him, but they had so many players that they just have everything covered. Yeah, no HP anyway, so good little effort there from Maikelele's squad. Even though they got themselves into the site there, Heaton just couldn't feel comfortable in the post plant. It's so like Maikelele as well to assemble a squad that isn't all just one nationality. He has fully embraced the international side of him.
Oh. Nice to see! Milky!
Come on now.
Oh, God.
Oh.
He's always on time.
He
He's got
dropped
himself
bomb.
3 as well.
He dropped bomb in suicide and he just held it. Heaton tried to get the package back, but he's unrelenting.
Poor Heaton. His teammates just keep letting him down.
Yeah, I can't believe they left the bomb there.
How dare they? No, but some great shots from Milky nonetheless. They're just 3 straight down mid. It's hard enough to find the 1 these days, but challenging on and getting 3, why not?
They decided to go for the boost directly in the middle as well of Suicide. Makes it an easier shot to hit, that's for sure. Palm's earlier successes in this mid-fight might cause him to challenge a fair few times.
Ooh la la, Milky, good for 1, going for more, the repeats galore. He's got himself a chance for 3, and Rollins' grenade's gonna finish off what he started. Nice little tag team duo, and Maikelele brings his team back up to 4.
Yeah, part of the reason this map is considered an Ulper's paradise is you can just have pop-offs like this. I mean, you saw how they were trying to chase him down between each of the shots, but great counter flashes, great utility, and, I mean, great shots from Milky, of course.
Oh.
Nice little long control here for the Heaton squad, and setting up for some util as well for potential cross onto the A site. Marlon's trying to keep him busy. It's a little bit of a weird one-way, if it is one.
Because that looked like they were really specifically trying to line it up for something. The way it was thrown. Not so sure.
Kind of sets up for a plat player, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, maybe. I missed out. Palm 1. Of course, with the kind of performances that Milky's op is having, he really wants to showcase his own talent as well. But it's back to Rollin, and it's back to school for Alito and Gruss. They need to be sent packing. Heaton good for the 1, but traded out. Dennis as well, still alive. Bomb quite far away from them. Milky getting very aggressive. He's just having the time of his life right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is shaping up to be quite dominant as well. We're having a couple of these players pop off. You can see Devil Walk has not been, activated in many of these rounds, but there haven't been many efforts towards B, and when it has, it's been rather quick. But you see the kind of impact that a player like Rollin can have. He's still a very active member in the scene, and I think last time we got to cast him as well, he also had a pretty stellar performance.
Yeah. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Maikelele wanted the spot.
I'm glad we can see him back on the op. Milky is doing well, but come on, man. We gotta Maikelele gets some shine as well. Mao's getting aggressive. Nice peek attempt from Eden. Does manage to dart out of the crosshair, but it doesn't matter. Can't land the shot. And with this, it's both Palm1 and Groose to see if they can find any damage. Now just Palm, and Groose is gone. There is not going to be no chance over here for him beyond just maybe some stat padding. Even that's limited.
So after those opening 3 from Heaton off the force buy, now things get more difficult. All these AWPs are out, and into hands that are more than capable. I think later we'll as well talk about Kenny S's squad and how many AWPers they have, but having someone like Milky and Maikelele means that they can both be so dynamic, and Gruss feels the burn of that.
Oh,
They're aggro
goodness.
off of long, of short. AWPs are everywhere, and Heaton have found them. It's been at a cost.
This is reminding me of just so many good memories of double opping, because we see it so little now. Obviously the economy, everything, the punishment, so many people have become better utility and whatnot since back in the days. But
It's also about building a really healthy economy on that CT side. Like we've had now 5 in a row here for Maikelele's squad.
yeah, it's true. Milky, of course, is going to be sitting on $16,000 at the end of this round, one way or another. Okay, Heaton manages to kick the bullet. Does take most of his life out for it, but
These
hey,
guys are
at
AWP
least he's alive.
abusers.
Gun is OP, guaranteed. Oh, flash goes in. Milky blinded out, can't go for anything else. The Molotov is here, but it's a little bit late. Milky, however, will not be. Deagle pulled out, trying to fight the Tech-9 behind him. If Maikelele is the one to get the frag and Palm is left alone, almost having a shot baited out, but patient on the trigger.
Oh, wow.
Forward, great flick onto Devil Walk. I think you can hear the NSs being typed out in chat as well.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been like the first kill that the Devil Walk gets in this game, but
Yeah.
Palm, very quick flick. Saw barely anything of him in the scope, but yeah, just as sharp as ever. Another round here for Maikelele's squad. It's so funny as well to see both those AWPers fighting for that A ramp control, so trying to get up short, and they're both pulling out their pistols. They're both just effectively running the same thing. They both fire one AWP shot, and then they're just trying to hit this one head. Maikelele eventually found it, but these new guns, they learned from somewhere.
Definitely quite nice. Oh, Maikelele misses out a shot, an opportunity over there, but no one's actually chasing him down. They're worried about more presence, but the presence is going to be from a push up mid Alido. Careful about switching guns. The worst possible timing to do it could be now, and the bomb's been found. Rollin, however, not able to drop it in his own favor. Maikelele's good for the one, but now Rollin's got the bomb, and they don't even need it. Don't even need it.
I know he hasn't really been called to action, but it is going to be quite funny if this half ends up with Devil Walk not having
really like that.
not having killed anybody, but still having such a strong half. Because right now, I mean, these AWPs are dominating round the map, and any of these missed opportunities is sort of compensated by the rifling. You can see Devil Walk wants to insert himself into the action. There she blows.
Never mind. Bit of shame, isn't it?
It's tired of playing passive B, finally aggro with the rest of them. Maikelele still got that shot off. They were double spraying, double looking, and AWPs continued to reign supreme.
Man is drifting all over the server. God.
Max money for Maikelele. Devil Walk almost right behind him, and, well, Loki, same story. Thought for sure after we got those 3 rounds we would have seen a bit of momentum build for the Heaton squad, but once these AWPs came through, that's where everything changed. Quick Xbox smoke, and up short they'll try and mitigate the fact that Maikelele and Milky have both been primed in that position with their scoped weapons. could actually be very vulnerable for an A burst right now. The lack of presence from the CTs is glaring, something that they won't be able to identify themselves. Don't think anybody wants to go out for info because likeliness they get shot by an AWP is likely. Rowland will move into position as well to contest this.
Flashes galore. Maikelele is good for the first over Dennis is death. Still trying to train on. Alito finds one actually through the smoke. Mouse will fall, and now there is the flank coming in from Devilwalk. Whether he can find anyone is yet to be seen. He will be contesting Heaton. Heaton finds Devilwalk. It might be the first major winner, but I won the first major ever. Alright. Scaled up. Milky all alone. 1-on-4. Re-peeking in as well. Just wants to get a couple of quick kills, but nothing going his way. Another round courtesy of Palm One's scout, and a nice kill from Heaton onto Devil.
Yeah, and doing a great job with the low buy here from Heaton. They get their hands on all the weapons that they could ask for. Might be enough to slingshot them back into the action. We talked about the shortcomings of this T-side half so far is that they haven't been able to do that much damage, so for the rest of the half, there'll be guns for the CTs. There's no doubt about that. And look at what Milky's is up to with his AWP.
Find it, isn't he?
Heaton was aware as well.
Yeah. He heard the scope, but awareness doesn't help when you've got a scope on you at the end of the day. You can see the laser dot, but bullet's gonna connect anyway. Alito moves past, gap in the smoke, but all that means is people are peeking into it. Maikelele's been exploited. Alito spams finding nothing. The player boosts it up himself. And it's Devilwalk to be finding up in the meanwhile. He's been forced away from this bomb site. The one thing I'm glad about is that we shouldn't be seeing any saves this tournament. Dennis and Alito finding the few kills they need to guarantee the 5th round, and Heaton and company well on their way to 6 potentially.
Yeah, very nice stuff. They're punishing the AWPs. Even the fact that Alito spots Maikelele on short, ready for that potential ramp progress. Just quick ID and notice that there was nobody CT spawn, so could take that fight rather comfortably and at no risk to himself. Oh, that's quick.
Very, very quick. Oh, he's gone. Palm still keeps an eye out. Pokes Rowland out of the server. Now, there is Maikelele who is playing right next to the blue bin, so he doesn't get noticed. There could be an opportunity for him to come through and strike, get a couple of quick kills, and the team is stacked over on this A-bomb side. Heaton's squad, however, quickly trades out, and with Maikelele's demise, it's down to Mr. Devilwalk himself. Heaton lurks all the way through. He's got to connect with the spray, but it just doesn't work. Blame it on the game, Heaton. I don't blame you.
Oh, now they're running. Devilwalk may not have had the most amount of kills, but they know exactly where he is, and that bomb is going to try and make its way over to the B side. Dennis just jiggle peeking to see if he can keep tabs on where Devilwalk is. And if he doesn't come through CT, then understands that there's a possibility for a top mid flank. Timing will be finally recognized, and Devilwalk, I don't think, has much of an angle of attack here. Dennis playing close to these doors.
Oh, Dennis
Close
finds him, shuts him down.
Good half, all in all, there from Heaton. Things were looking kind of dire as soon as those ults came out. But then when we got to some of these long executes, these actually more concerted group plays instead of going for these defaults, felt like they were finding a bit more success. But what a half, especially the start that the Milky got off to with all the USP kills. But then, when he transitioned to that AWP, just dominating in mid, dominating in the long fights as well, was fighting off of short. I think Palm's ego got the better of him in a couple of rounds, trying to re-challenge, but was humbled. Now he'll get a chance to do it himself on the CT side.
Oh. Later just goes ahead and finds himself 2 very quick kills. Devilwalk as well has been forced away. They've got to change their mind about that B rush they might have been planning. Now quickly over they go. Mid fights are there to be found. If Devilwalk wants to try and take them, would be slightly surprised. It's Gruss on this bomb site, waiting for these peaks to come through. Smoke picked up, not lined up though. Devilwalk just wants to fight. Good for the 1, but Gruss might be good for 3. Shuts them down completely. Good amount of armor saved up as well. 3 of their players, they just need 350 for the upgrade.
Yeah, great job from Alito as well, even though you know, takes first contact and then gets blinded up, just having those first 2 kills just immediately stopped any progress on that B bomb site. Kind of funneled them into the watchful gaze of Gruss, who also has had some nice sharp shooting. Okay, don't even know how Milky's got the kill on the cross, but it felt like it was a jump spot and headshots delivered. Anyway, we saw Palm have some great impact on the scout on the low buys, and I think Milky may do the same, but Alito's assertive with this A1S and won't be overwhelmed by the trade lined up by Maikelele. 2 players all that remain on this T side, and Milky does have his hands on this M4, chance at it, but Mouse is there to swap things round. FAMAS recovered as well. Bomb pretty separated, but recoverable.
I don't think they've got information of that bomb either, but Miles needs to land at least 1 very crispy shot, if not 2, over here. Fortunately for him, Alito... I actually don't know if you hear the reload from that corner over in pit, but Alito definitely did. Got the information, and if Miles running towards him, finds him and cuts him down. Team Heaton up to 8.
Yeah, nice and solid work. Much closer showing than I think we saw on Mirage, but exactly what we were saying earlier about the growth in dynamic or just warming up into these games, I think it is fair to say for the Heaton assembly. It'll go too far. Gruss looking to fall back, but actually standing his ground. No, just wants to keep fighting them out. 3 kills from Gruss, but Dennis there to sweep things up. Raul and all that remains of the T-side attack, but this man's good on pistols and a couple of kills on the Deeg. He's hungry for something extra.
Once again, the 1v2 with the Eagle, that's really the only hope. And Roland misses his first opportunity. Heaton wants to keep on contesting straight down mid with the Farmers. Will not find much over there at all. And Roland's down to a single point of health. If there's one thing I'd love to see, it's a smoke grenade kill. Don't think we will, but it'll be cool.
Scary to see both Heaton and Alito just plant their feet to try and deal with Roland, because stand still, that's a Deeg's MO, that's what they want.
Ay, ay, ay.
A little awkward there for Heaton, but it's not his fault. The FAMAS does suck.
True. Equalization. Who would have thunk it? The kind of performances that Milky was putting up, Maikelele having a few of his own numbers as well.
Getting things off the ground on the T side is going to be a little bit difficult as well, especially when Heaton get their hands on an AWP themselves. A little aggro move here for Dennis.
Maikelele might not realize where the player is nearby. Flashbang to clear it out as well. Dennis is screaming out these tryhards.
Great awareness. That's for sure. These AWP abusers from CT, yeah, being methodical in their approach on the T side default as well. Deep nade into back plat as well, and Gruss was tagged from the earlier AWP shot of Milky, so this B bomb site cracked open like an egg.
Great timings found, but maybe Alito can have one of his own. Devil Walk covers off the back, and Heaton is living the poor life on off an A-side anchor who knows that the B bomb site is compromised.
Some really cool small tech things you can do on this in the B bomb site, whether it's lining up grenades like this from the upper tunnels. That's maybe not tech so much as just an understanding of what you can maybe get away with on that T side. But you can also throw flashes over the top of it, and if you've got an AWP scoped in at that back plat, you know, you pull your hands over your eyes if you're on that CT side. Well, I mean, if you're blind at all. Good kills from Heaton on this exit. Not actually allowed to succeed. But yeah, you can see somebody over the top of the box, even though they're perfectly hidden on their screen. The hand might just give away your position. Small things like that, small niche plays. It's something a lot of Counter-Strike players just sort of instinctively recognize or instinctively know. Not always great at passing down knowledge. We just play hundreds of thousands of hours, and eventually we know everything. Maybe.
Everything is a stretch.
Still discover everything.
Yeah.
Still discover something new every day.
Absolutely. Just like Alito discovered that Rollins already sitting there waiting for him to cross. Gross with a nice little deagle shot as well in the mix of things. Bomb is repositioning back towards the B-bomb site. That's what Milky's been called upon for. Rollin pops down a one-way smoke for them to have to contend with and have to worry about as he starts to take the duel down mid instead. The rotation from CT is about to find himself peppered up with bullets, but at the same time, Palm's taking the opportunity to move through, but his missed shots are there, and Rollin will shut him down, punish him immediately.
Okay. Well, Dennis gets upped, and Rollin just full spams. Gruss ran into the spray. Once again, the squad of Heaton fallen around the captain. Can't do much about it. Did a good job of getting at least a couple of kills before falling in his effort to save the previous round, but Deeg won't have as much priority. Try to get his hands on a gun, that would be ideal.
Mouse jumps up. And that's when we Heaton once again eliminated. Very similar position as last time over as well. Maikelele and company up to 11 now. And despite Heaton's squad making a comeback, this is still going to be looking like they didn't really miss a beat on the T side.
This is sort of that momentum that I was expecting Heaton's squad to fall into when it came to the earlier rounds after winning 4 spies. You know, just very difficult converting into something more fruitful in gun rounds. It's only towards the tail end of the half that we started to see it. Full USPs here for the squad, and a flash is being lined up. Gruss will deploy it, and does actually land on both these T-side players. Maikelele there to at least protect, but Devil Walk will sweep up all of them. Fantastic work from him, recovering from the flash and dealing with all of these CTs. Alito, just a Zeus. The only one that's purchased anything even remotely outside of the norm in the game so far today. He was a purchaser of the Zeus on Mirage as well.
Indeed.
May just take
his...
Oh,
Oh, come on. That's... I am
like a gimme.
Okay. I think we need to change CSGO a little bit. Give Zeus aim assist.
Like a wide AoE?
Yeah. Or just aim assist.
What is this, Overwatch? Am I a Winston main?
I'm not telling you to be able to jump around across half the map, but yes.
Don't have to aim. The electricity zaps straight into him.
They push this straight out. Molotov or not, he's going to find the first kill. Heaton will be put on the sideline. Double walk. Leaning in, the double ops of Team Heaton not finding anywhere near as much success, and as Devil Walk and company made their way over into mid, he'll find the entry. Second player spotted. It's Dennis on the AWP. Notices the players crossing by, but Devil Walk is just an entry machine. One might even say an entry fanatic.
I mean, what do you do when you're getting run over like this? Good opening kill at the start, but then on this split towards the B-bomb site, very difficult to hold. Good exit kills for Gruss once again. Trying to hold on to weapons has been a bit of a difficulty here for the Heaton assembly, and we'll hopefully get to see them translate that into maybe a future round. But yeah, the Maikelele squad, as soon as they get things going here on the T side, it has been a little rough. Remember, Heaton have got themselves off to good starts in both of these halves. Didn't win the opening pistol in the first half, but immediately overturned it with a 4-spy, and, you know, came into the second half winning their CT side pistol as well. These gun rounds are just super hard to deal with, and it's not as though we're seeing the same players really step up to the plate. The AWPers have cooled down while the Rowland rifle has really run rampant.
Try saying that 5 times in a row.
It wouldn't be pretty.
Well, neither is Palmong's death going to be if he keeps on going this way, but why die when you can just kill? Milky falls, smoke down late, but better late than never. At least that's what they think, but they'd be thinking wrong because this is going to be a commitment onto this A-bomb side. Guess who's home? Knock, knock. Oh, what's this? I can just walk in, steal all your food from the fridge and get my bomb planted? Well, why not?
Gotta label your sandwiches. Right now, they're stealing everything. Gruss, nice little boost, a nice idea, that's for sure, for Heaton on this re-entry to the A-bomb site, but these post plants for Maikelele's squad are going to be very hard to beat.
Well, that's a start, but one that's quickly traded out. Mouse will find himself taken down. Palm One still alive, trying to find his way back onto the site. Advantage secured, but Devilwalk, he's got a very low player right opposite him that he doesn't want to deal with. Fades away, backs off. Rollins' device is there. A 1-on-2. First one found. Palm One's low. Bomb sticking away. AWP misses a shot, and Devilwalk's in the air.
Man, so well done between Devilwalk and Rollin there. Rollin holding his cross into the bomb site, and then Devilwalk just playing position perfectly. Didn't really get many opportunities to duel on that first half, but on the T side has been far more impactful. You know, kills in the anti-eco, but there in the clutch in a 2-on-4, able to piece things together. That might be lights out for Heaton in this one. Might be a cold start to our group stage. Say turn the heat on. All these teams have said turn the heat off.
That's definitely not a joke that has been overused on forums since 2001.
Probably, probably. I was 5 in 2001, so forgive me. I'm catching up.
So was I. Close range is Heaton trying to hold an off angle, but Maikelele should quickly flake right onto him. Rollin inching through in the meanwhile. Cruz has been pushed off. Very hard split out from the team Heaton. They've got a 2-0-2 split, and both players concentrated inside the site.
Hard round to read as well on the CT side.
Oh, a lot of noise made for the T's, though. So the chance for Gruss to try and move through, peek in, see if he can find anything whatsoever. Second smoke is looking wonky, to say the least, but I say dropping down straight into CT, and Rollins found one. Alito is gone. Dennis, now the lone defender of this B-bomb site. Team Heaton needs to start rotating. Gruss only good for the one, and Dennis will be the same. So you're back to a 2-on-2. Mouse is traded out as well. And now Milky's all alone with the AWP in a 1-on-2. He knows where Dennis is, knows that the second player should be a bit far away. Dennis's peak is going to catch him out completely, though. And a 14-10, despite some very awkward positioning. At least that's what it looked like for the CTs.
Yeah, perfect stuff there from Dennis. And one of those players that can really get away with using a kind of a suboptimal rifle. He's always had this sort of bursty, tap, jiggle, AD kind of aim to him, and when it comes to these long-range duels like that, so good to have that extra patience, and just fantastic footwork on that B-bomb site. Hit every important kill and keeps the Heaton squad in it. Deep Molly won't push them back. They're still boosted for a lower tunnels peak. Molly went too deep. I wonder if they think this might be clear. Maikelele's team hasn't actually peered into that short position, so that AWP could still surprise them.
Oh.
A lot of damage exchanged. Little tag from the AWP, and then the dink through the wall. I mean, they know that Heaton will have sustained some extra damage, so pushing into the B split could actually be quite fruitful.
So much damage dealt onto Heaton, and he will end up falling at the end of the day. I had to say, he's not having the best of games right now, being in a lot of positions where he's all alone, needs to frank out, but can't find much. Blame the phones. Freebie for Maikelele as well to lead up with things. Dennis will not have any heroics, and well, Maikelele will just keep on going. Why the hell not?
Guy got X-ray vision or what? I mean, around that smoke, very difficult to see that extra player, but that certainly cements an extra round here for Team Maikelele. Don't think they were expecting the split to happen even after the kill from Heaton. Hunted down. No AWP saved. And the buy for Heaton is going to be a poor one. Much stronger showing, I think it's fair to say, in our second game of Team Heaton's venture into our group stage. But ran into some difficulties. These gosh damn M players on Team Maikelele really ran amok.
Well, Mouse is just coming through and finding kills for free. Maikelele's squad does look to be closing things out soon. Mouse will be a casualty in the meanwhile. It is Palm 1 down in mid. Let's see what he can actually find. Ryland doesn't want to get aggressive, at least not without some of his team to be able to be in the vicinity and help him out. Ryland, oh, very clean shot. And it is just going to be a quick faltering of Heaton's squad. They might have found their way up to 10, but Rollin will close them out at just that. Double digits is all they find as Team Maikelele are looking good. I have to say, Milky, very impressive stuff.